Daniel Cormier says that Belal Muhammad needs a high-profile win to be taken seriously in the welterweight division. On his YouTube channel, DC said, "I think Usman versus Belal might be the one, because Belal needs that, like, high-profile win to make people take him seriously. Belal is easily the most deserving guy. There's no one that deserves it more than Belal Muhammad, because he keeps getting lost in the whole shuffle, because it's just not as interesting. It must be a nightmare for Muhammad to go, God damn it, I had it." Michael Bisping on the Believe You Me podcast responds to Justin Gaethje's criticism after UFC 286. If you missed that, Gaethje called Bisping biased for the way he called Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he won the fight, but I'm probably as biased as the judges. Certainly not as biased as Michael Bisping, who shouldn't have been nowhere near a microphone during that fight. Yeah.
Here's what Bisping had to say in response.
All right, Justin Gaethje. Congratulations on an absolute sensational event, and congratulations on talking utter nonsense at the post-fight press conference. I mean, come on, I'm unprofessional. I shouldn't be near a microphone. Why was I unprofessional when I said that you did fantastic? Was I being unprofessional then when I was saying how great you were, when I was singing your praises? You know, listen, I like Justin Gaethje. I have tremendous respect. I really do. I get it. Justin is disappointed for his teammate, and I actually commend that. I commend him for that, because that's the kind of brotherhood, and the camaraderie that you connect, those kind of connections, and that's how you feel. Your family, you're going through it together, and he feels like he should have won. And obviously he's watching backstage or wherever he watched it, and he can hear the commentary, and he's like, I'm like saying good things for Leon, and he's disagreeing because he wants Kamaru to win. So every time Kamaru's doing something good, that's amplified in his mind, and he disagrees with what I'm saying. Well, sadly, mate, that's just how it is. I am not biased at all. And if anything, I have more of a relationship with Kamaru Usman than what I do Leon Edwards. As I said at the top of the show, just because I'm from the UK, there's 65 million people. I don't know everybody. And I know I'm starting to get to know Leon a bit more now. But I left the UK in 2011. Leon didn't have his first fight, I think, until, 2010 or 11 maybe. If Kamaru was picking him up, slamming him down, taking him out, elbowing the out of him, which didn't happen, by the way, so that's why I never said those things. But if he was, I would have said those things, and I would have celebrated those things. And I did celebrate Leon winning the belt, because you have to celebrate that. It is a huge moment, because Leon went out and beat the pound-for-pound #1 guy after waiting so long, and then he went and defended it and proved that it wasn't a fluke. The man has just gone through that fight, 5 rounds, with a great fighter like Kamaru Usman, and won. And regardless what you think of the situation at that time, the man's had his hand raised, and you have to take it at face value. I am not going to sit there and disregard and also say that, oh, this is nonsense, this is BS, he shouldn't be the champ. Leon Edwards just did it. Regardless of what you think of the decision, he did it, and you have to celebrate that and be happy for him, and celebrate Kamaru for his efforts as well.
Conor McGregor went on a Twitter rant last night regarding MMA coaches, then got into a back and forth with Ali Abdelaziz. He started off with Firas Zahabi is a little douchebag, Trevor Whitman is a pad man, Javier Mendez is a fat lick arse kickboxer, Mike Brown is a smelly prick, Greg Jackson got caught up, the system of Coach Kavanaugh is now shining through. In years to come, the world will know what we have been at. It's beginning to bear fruit. If you want to train at SBG Ireland with Cav and me. We are a fight factory. Ali Abdelaziz responded saying Javier Mendez trained Khabib to beat the shit out of you and took your soul away. Mike Brown trained Dustin Poirier to level you back to back. Trevor is your worst nightmare because you would not even look at Justin. Grow up. Conor replied, hey, shit staying on the game. I'm talking as of now, it's beginning to bear fruit. We beat their system of fighting on tough. It's locked down. It's no wonder pants scurried. There's no competing now. The head of the style is too fat a bitch and afraid to compete again. So we win. You can't compete with us. Watch and witness, you rat bitch. Ali replied, the head of my style, you mean Khabib? Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, you see him. One of the biggest embarrassing moments in sports history. He showed you are trash and your team is trash. And he showed it doesn't matter what you do, you always gonna be trash. Conor ended it off with it's all love to the other coaches and yada yada yada. I'm just stating our claim now. Yous have been on them award podiums long enough. Waffling out of yous. You never reached what we reached in this game. And the follow-up that is coming from our system of training that is continually evolving will be seen and shown that it was not a fluke. Let's go. Competition time. Aljamain Sterling on his YouTube channel gives his take on Leon Edwards defeating Kamaru Usman. Aljo brings up how maybe, since there's so much footage now on Usman, it's getting easier for fighters to prepare for him.
What if that is because there's so much footage on Usman and how to defend the grappling assault that he puts on these people, that people just, it's almost like Dominic Cruz when he was on his insane run and everyone was kind of like chasing him. So it's like you got all the blueprint of what worked, what kind of worked, that didn't work at all, and then you kind of eventually figure it out. That's kind of how I feel about Usman. The same thing with Islam. He's kind of like that replica of Khabib. So it's like you got all the footage on Khabib, now you got Islam coming in trying to do the same exact thing. For the most part, you kind of know what to prepare for in terms of the style. So it's like, well, if I do a basic 2-on-1 and fight the hands and prevent you from locking hands, how do you take me down? And I feel like that's what Leon did really well, making those adjustments.
Today, Khamzat Chimaev made an appearance on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani. Khamzat had some harsh words for Jiri Prochazka. Khamzat claims he has footage of him beating him up in the gym and doesn't understand how he became the light heavyweight champion. Ariel asked Khamzat if he'd like to become the double champion at welterweight and middleweight. Khamzat replied, yeah, then I'm going to go up more. Jiri Prochazka speak about me and I beat that guy in the sparring. I have the videos. My manager has the videos when he go down. He forget we have gym camera, you know. I didn't post it. We didn't want to post it. It looked bad, the videos and these things. Ariel was surprised by this and asked, you and Jiri Prochazka? Khamzat replied, yeah, me and Jiri. Long time before. He was fighting in Ryzen and I was fighting in Brave. We were training together in the gym. We spar, hard spar. We had many rounds. I submit him many times. I beat him many times. He become the champ. How? I don't know. Maybe it's two bad fighters in this division. I don't know how he become a champ. Some guys, I don't know how they become a champ. When the UFC signed him, I call my manager. That guy I beat in the gym, why did they sign that guy? Why didn't they sign me? He was fighting in Ryzen for the title. I said to my manager, why he fight for the title? Why they don't let me fight somewhere for the title? Check out the full interview on MMA Fighting's channel. A link will be in the description. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Kevin Lee saying that Jon Jones copied his outfit for the press conference with Ciryl Gane. The first one's from Garcia Andrew 205. It says Kevin Lee is so delusional. The second one says promise you Jon wasn't paying homage to Kevin. And the final one's from Pink Academy. It says video kicks off with Kevin Lee being a lost soul. I love it. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.